Today's Sunday, October 24th, 2021, and this is going to be a really quick ramble video, mostly about this one topic. I've never really heard of this before. Somebody left a comment talking about how Joe Biden said something about a dark winter and making a connection to the sun, and I'll get to that in a second. But first, I just thought it was really, really interesting. So I just typed into Google dark winter, and it was really strange, the thing that popped up straight away. So I guess this guy has more recently used the term dark winter. It just seems like a buzzword. You know, or there'll be a little expression or a certain word that you hear the media put out there. And usually that's, I believe that there's something behind it, that it's some sort of reference, the word means something specific to these people. And so dark winter, I just thought it was really strange. I typed that into Google, and it was almost like Google wanted you to find this, because it showed up as a top result, way at the top. If you just type in dark winter, it was right at the top, Operation Dark Winter. And like, they could have put so many other things at the top. Something like this, it just seems like they obviously want people to see this, which I just found to be the most interesting part of the whole thing. Like, why, when I type in dark winter, boom, the top thing, Operation Dark Winter, which is, just read about it, senior level war game examining the national security, intergovernmental, and information challenges of a biological attack. So what do you know? It just so happens to be connected, a covert smallpox attack. So I guess their operation was more of a, I'm guessing that it was like a terrorist themed thing, like, oh, they released the smallpox. But the fact that this thing called Operation Dark Winter has to do with some sort of biological attack. It's just like too, you know, the expression, you can't make this up. What that means is you literally can make, the reason that there's all these connections and everything is referencing other things, and they're openly talking about things that, oh, there's this covert government operation called Dark Winter that has to do with something biological. It's just all, it's because this whole reality that we live in is scripted and just made up by these people. I've just been thinking recently about the whole notion of a democracy is wrong, because the numbers are just made up by the media. What we live in, it's a mediocrity. We literally are ruled by the media, because they have control over people's minds. Okay, so got some ranting in there. That's basically it for the dark winter thing. I just think it's way beyond coincidental that these people in the media are referencing kind of a buzzword, dark winter, that if you just go research it, Google is like handing it to you on a silver platter. Check out this government operation called Dark Winter. And I think that there's something, so here's just something that people have been talking about. Has the day-night cycle been changing? It does seem like everything is just more extreme. Like, it seems like in the summer, days are just longer than they used to be. And it seems like in the winter, days are shorter than they used to be, just more extreme in both directions. And I don't know how much of that has to do with time or anything like that, but the dark winter thing could literally be referencing a darker winter. Like, in the end, since the day-night cycles have been getting screwy, it's like things are even more extreme than they used to be. So the winter may literally be extra dark. And I think it also could be referencing this verse. So I bring up this verse all the time, Matthew chapter 24, verse 22. But it's interesting to note that they talk about winter beforehand. But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world till this time, no, nor ever shall be. So I think that this could be another reference to dark winter. The Bible tells us this is one kind of clue. So, of course, nobody knows the day, the day that Jesus is going to come back in the clouds of heaven. Nobody knows the day. But as far as I know, this is the one hint that of when all hell breaks loose. And as far as I know, it's going to be in the winter and on a Sabbath day. But the calendar has been so screwed up by now, it could be any day. And the winter, so it's going to be the winter for some people, the summer for some people, depending on if you live in the north or the south. But there you have it. And so just some more rambles. I think it's interesting that a lot of this JFK stuff, I've been hearing tons about JFK, and it's in the news, so probably just some predictive programming. I would not be surprised if some sort of assassination type event unfolds within the next year or so. Who knows? This was a funny one. Biden widely mocked on social media for bizarre hand gesture. Okay, so I guess I'll just say something. Biden is certainly Biden time. It has been just really quiet ever since the election happened. It doesn't even feel like I don't pay attention to this stuff either way, but you just haven't heard anything. And now it just seems like people are talking a lot more about Biden time. So who knows? Maybe something is coming up. They're waking up Sleepy Joe to play a part soon. I don't know. But there's the bizarre hand gestures. And it's because all of this stuff is scripted. Of course, nobody in their right mind would ever, and they just want people talking. Once you realize it's just a clown freak show, so there's no such thing as bad publicity. They don't care. This is just an actor playing a part. They don't care to look ridiculous. And this was part of the script and I don't know what kind of message that they're trying to send, but for me, it's just hand gestures. It's one of the ways that these people talk is using their hands. So there is some sort of message being portrayed here. I don't know what it is, but these people are just freak actors. That's just the point of this. All of this nonsense on the TV screen, it makes so much more sense when you know that it's all make-believe and these people are cracking up behind the scenes that they can just do anything and people will eat it all up. Like I said, it's just the small realization I've had is nobody lives in a democracy these days. It's a media-ocracy. We are literally ruled over by these freaks in the media. And it's all a joke. Like, it's all such a big joke to them. And, oh, man. So this was just something totally new Ramble topic. I saw this kind of conspiracy meme, Law of the Sea. There is a weird meme about maritime law of the sea. It's just interesting, all these expressions having to deal with water and stuff. And so this has just been in my mind recently. And then while I was flipping through stuff, I saw this breaks down what Biden's sinking approval rating means. There really is, they like to use a lot of words that involve, like drowning in debt is one of the examples that they give. Sinking. I don't totally understand it. It's just one of those things, one of their signs and symbols. Okay, I think this is it. I just have one thing to talk about time. And it's because it's just like a personal thing. Somebody, just an acquaintance, they were sending me texts back and forth. And then when they sent the last text, they said something, they said, have a good Thanksgiving and a good Christmas. And I just thought it was so weird. Like, we're in October. Why are you... I'm pretty sure that we'll have another conversation soon. But it was just weird to me that they signed off like that. Like, have a good Thanksgiving and a good Christmas. Like, they just are pretty certain that they won't talk to me until after all that stuff happens. And it's... I don't know. It's like people subconsciously understand that time is moving so quickly. To me, that just seems like that would be such an absurd statement for somebody to say in the 90s. It would be like, whoa, okay, why are you jumping forward 2 holidays? But these days, it's like we subconsciously know, oh, in a blink of an eye, we'll be past Thanksgiving, and when Thanksgiving's over, Christmas is going to be over right then. There used to be time between these holidays, but today, Christmas and Thanksgiving have been totally mushed together. Stores already have their Christmas stuff out. I haven't heard a Christmas song yet, but I won't be surprised if I hear it in the next couple weeks. And yeah, that's just one more statement. It seems like Thanksgiving and Christmas have just been lumped into one holiday now, and yeah, it was just a strange thing to me for somebody to send me a text, "Have a good Thanksgiving and Christmas," and it's like we haven't even had Halloween yet. All right, I hope you enjoyed this ramble, and God bless everyone.